What's up everybody, Billy here, and I can't believe that it's already July, so I went ahead and asked you guys on Twitter to send me your questions for another Q&A. So let's get right into it, and let's go start off with question number 1. And question number 1 comes from Gunji YT, and they ask, have you ever gotten robbed? No, thankfully, no, I haven't, and I hope that that streak continues for the rest of my life, because I would not want to be traumatized by that. That doesn't seem like something that would be very pleasant to even have. But the closest thing that's ever come to kind of that is, I remember once in elementary school when Pokemon was getting really popular. This was back in the first generation in 1998. Someone stole some of my cards, but that was about as closest to ever getting actually like something stolen from me. That at least I can think of. But that one immediately stuck out to me because I was really young at the time. Question number 2 comes from Aiden Murray, and they ask, have you ever broken any bones? I've never broken any actual bones, but I did have what the condition's called a slipped capital femoral epiphysis. You guys can look it out. It's actually where the femur on your leg actually separates from the hip, and you need to have a surgery to get it actually reconnected all together. They stick a pin, a stainless steel pin, through your femur and into your hip, and it's about 2 month recovery time, more or less. But I've never broken any bones, but it's closest that I've ever come to actually having some sort of bone issue. I'll leave a link in the description for that condition. It's not the most common thing in the world, and it has one of the longest names of all time. Question number 3 comes from Brett Lanigan, and they ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite letter of the rainbow? I'm gonna have to go with £. Question number 4 comes from Chris Bess, and Chris asks, how hyped are you for all of the new VR products coming out? I'm super excited about VR and really all of the applications that it may have in the future. So this year, with a whole bunch of them coming out, I'm super excited about all of them coming out. I want to see what Sony's going to be offering with their PlayStation 1. I think that's going to be a real, I haven't really tried it out myself yet. Oh, and what I want to kind of take away from that is that hopefully that, especially with video gaming, because it's probably going to be the primary application, at least for now, is usually entertainment. I want to see how that goes and how games evolve with VR and what that entails for the future. And then afterwards, once that's kind of, you know, taking its time already, I want to see what other real world applications VR can actually help in the future. Perhaps a surgeon can be doing surgery from on the other side of the world and they don't have to get flown in. I think something like that would be really cool and really interesting. Question number 5 comes from, and now if I butcher anybody's name, my apologies, and if you guys see these questions, if you want to put like a little pronunciation afterwards in the comment section, let me know, because I also have a little bit of a long name too, and I don't like it when people butcher my name too, so I'll try my best, but if I do make a mistake, you guys let me know afterwards. So question number 5 comes from Alij Shaikh, and they ask, where did you get the gadgets from for your reviews? So sometimes a lot of the gadgets, typical gamer Andre and I, we buy them. We just buy them ourselves. We do a review, we do an unboxing, we do whatever with them, we do whatever we want with them, because, you know, nobody sent this to us or anything else like that. So we just take the product, we buy it ourselves, we review it, we do whatever, you know. But there are some products that we do get them from either some sort of supplier or the manufacturer themselves of the product. Usually they'll reach out to us, or we'll reach out to them depending on what it is, and they'll just kind of send us a sample or a review unit to take a look at it for us. And from that point of view afterwards, we usually try to disclose it in the beginning of the video. Usually we'll kind of thank that person if they did indeed send it out. We'll try to disclose if it came from somewhere else or if we actually bought it ourselves. Usually if we don't say anything, it means we probably bought it. But in the case that we do thank somebody for it, that's the case where they usually sent it to us for us to actually take a look at and review. Now, question number 6 comes from Superior J, and they ask, do you feel like you're in your brother's shadow when it comes to YouTube? Honestly, not at all. We do 2 different things. He primarily focuses on video gaming, and my kind of thing is more on the technology side of things, where I do dabble into some video gaming things because it is also my passion as well. But his primary passion has always been video gaming, and that's what he does best. And so I don't really ever see it as one being in the shadow of another. You know, he got popular on his own accord for what he's doing, and that's absolutely fantastic. I applaud him all the time for him, and I tell him like what a great job he's actually doing, and he's still constantly growing. So I have never felt that way. You know, everyone takes their own path in life, and, you know, thankfully that's the path that he took and he's been successful with. And, you know, I took a different path, and now it's kind of diverging a little bit, but you know what, everything is fantastic. And do I feel like I'm in his shadow? No, not at all. Question number 7 comes from Yasmin. She asked, what is your main goal to achieve by the end of this year? Now, it didn't say if it was supposed to be like professional or personal goals, but maybe I'll go with both actually. For YouTube, I don't even want to hit like any sort of kind of milestone in terms of like subscriber count or view count. For me with YouTube, I just want to keep trying to put out as much content that I would think that my subscribers and my viewers would enjoy, and of course I want to also enjoy doing it myself, or otherwise kind of what's the point of even putting it out there. So I want to keep having my integrity, what I believe things to be right, and doing things that I enjoy in YouTube, and of course constantly growing from that too, because for me, I don't really have like a creative background. It's mostly IT stuff, so it's more of like, you know, kind of follow instructions and logical thinking. But with YouTube, it's a lot of creativity is involved, and for me, I'm trying to still, you know, exercise that muscle for me, because to be fair, I'm not the most creative person, at least I don't think I am, and so this has really been an exercise for me, and I've been enjoying it so far. Now, if we're going to be talking personal goals, there's always a ton of those that need to be done, and for me, I just still want to get back into shape. I just want to, you know, be eating healthy, eating right, you know, going out and being with my friends and whatnot like that, and just be more of a social person. That's from a more personal side of it, and as I just talked about, the more professional side of it. Question number 8 comes from Tavani Powell, and they ask, if you could work for one company, what would it be? Apple or Samsung? And I also love the channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much for the compliment. That's really, really much appreciated. And if I can only work between one of those two companies, I would just want to switch it up and say that I would want to work for Apple, because I haven't worked there yet. But I wouldn't want to be like one of the genius positions. I would want to be hopefully in a different kind of position than, you know, just kind of that front facing, you know, having to deal with people kind of thing. Actually, those people actually look like they really love their job, so maybe it's actually not a bad thing, because you do get to interact with a lot of people and try to help them with their problems. So, you know, for me, I've already worked at Samsung before and I enjoyed it, so I would pick the opposite one in this choice. So in this case, in this scenario, I would want to work for Apple. Question number 9 comes from Edward Gregor, and they ask, will you ever be in one of your brother's live streams? I actually have been in one live stream already. It was for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I think I just got the game not too long after that. I wasn't in my own like Twitch stream or YouTube stream or anything else like that. I was just like playing off on the side, and I was in a call with all the other guys as well. I have been in one time before. Back when Andre used to stream on Twitch, I used to be in quite a few other ones before, but this is like going back to 2008, 2009, so it was quite a long while ago already, so I haven't really, you know, been in there like kind of full time when it comes to his streams for that stuff. But maybe in the future, you never know what's going to be happening, so let's go with that. So in the future, I could be in some of his live streams for all we know. The stuff's always changing, so be sure to keep an eye out on my Twitter, and I will let you guys definitely know if I am. And finally, question number 10 comes from Ernesto, and Ernesto asks, did you and Typical Gamer ever fight when you guys were kids? I think, like, speaking from any other person who has siblings, there's always something happening with siblings. Like, you know, there's always going to be some arguments. There's always going to be some fighting. No matter what it is, everyone could be the most cordial, because Andre and I, we get along, like, actually really, really well. But, of course, when you're kids, there's always some sort of fighting. Even as adults, there's always, like, something that always happens. There's always some tension with that comes to something. There's always going to, especially when it comes to anything family related. So when we were kids, yeah, you know, we would fight about, you know, now, of course, we see them as trivial things, but, you know, when we were kids at the time, it seemed really, really important. So, yeah, Ernesto, as kids, we did fight, just like any siblings would. And there you have it, guys. Those are 10 questions that I fielded from Twitter. Maybe I'll do something related to Snapchat in the future. I think I'd want to do something like that. That would seem pretty cool, where you guys could submit your video questions, and I would also answer them in that manner too. If you guys think that's a cool idea, press that like button, and be sure to let me know in the comment section below so I can get started on that. And if you guys enjoyed this Q&A and would like to see more videos just like this, or even anything related to tech news, rumors, whatever it may be, if you enjoy this content, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And as always, guys, thank you very, very much for watching this video today. I really appreciate it when you take the time out of your day to do so, because time is important, and for you to actually watch my video and to enjoy it, it really, really means a lot to me. So thank you very much. So that concludes our video, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.